Alrighty, welcome everyone back to another episode of Undermountain, this epic dungeon delving adventure here on Javelin Entertainment. We'll be streaming this story almost every Thursday, starting at 6 p.m. Central. And if you missed the last chapter, as always, you can find it on the channel page or by clicking the link down in the description. Last time, our adventurers ventured down into a new level, noticing as the walls changed from solid work stone to water-eroded caves. They pushed to the west, finding an abandoned village that had mostly collapsed, and investigated through a few of the crumbling buildings, finding them all nearly empty. But they continued to follow the village further south, noticing as webs started to stretch across the ground, and heard a few voices in one of the standing buildings. Inside were some goblinoids working in some sort of makeshift kitchen, and Ari tried to negotiate with them, but they were spurred to attack by some unseen Drow, who alerted others with a war horn. An intense battle broke out, but the party turtled up within the building and were able to find a good rhythm to the battle tactics to hold off the waves of Drow, Quaggoths, and giant spiders that swarmed around them. A few of the Drow were able to escape the onslaught of crowd control spells and effects, but the party went through relatively unscathed. Valcrie was able to finish off the last of the spiders and save Zarn's life just before he was about to be eaten, and now they begin to sort through the aftermath of the battle. And so, as we find our adventurers here today, within the remnants of this cavern, or this hut, almost, piles of bodies all around them, and still the remnants of magic. I believe you all had intended to try and get some sort of rest before continuing further.
That would be ideal. Do you guys want to long rest or short rest?
I think we decided on tiny hut based on my little thing up there.
It's
Oh, tiny hut next time reminder.
It's only it's only been what, like an hour since we woke up?
Yeah, it has not been very long.
So I'm not sure tiny hut immediately is the move. I think we should go make friends with Boblin over there.
Yes, there is still one surviving goblin who is cowering in the corner. You haven't heard much from. And I believe Zarn is still unconscious, or did you guys... Let me see, where is he at?
Oh yeah, he's unconscious. I'm standing over top of him.
There's so many bodies.
I was standing over top of him dodging, because he'll be under there. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he's right there.
Perfect.
Yeah, because
he has 5 HP, so he got healed last time. So he is
so we did heal him.
up after the last battle.
Okay, cool.
But he is
also the OP strat was I'm poisoned, so I just stood over top of him and took the dodge action, and as it turns out, it's really hard to hit something with 20 AC when they dodge. Who could have guessed? It was me. I could have guessed. Does the
Yes.
Does the Paladin Aura apply to death saves by your allies?
Yes.
Cool.
Dying is hard when there's a paladin near you.
In a lot of ways. Alright, well, I'm gonna go make friends with Boblin.
Yeah, I'll give you a little bit of guidance. Let's assist.
Hello there, chap. What you doing?
You look over and you see him currently huddled down by the stone, just kind of shivering and shaking, and his head is kind of tucked in almost a fetal position, and he is not looking at you. And you see thick chains wrapped around his arms and his feet.
2 chains?
Hey, Brother Elias, come unlock these, will ya? Are they locked, or are they, like, bolted?
They look to have, like, small little padlock style on
cool.
them. So, yes, they are locked.
Okay.
Let me introduce you to somebody who's probably even better at this.
Well, they haven't done it yet, so...
So I picked up lockpicking skills, but I was planning to ask Brother Elias to teach me lockpicking.
Sure,
Oh,
I'll
look,
give you
this
a
is
hand.
a great,
Do you-
wholesome moment for you to learn with
So
our
Yes.
friend Boblin.
So you picked up lockpicking skills, but I don't think you have a lockpick set, correct?
I don't.
And Elias still uses his archaeologist tools, if I'm not mistaken.
I do.
So I
I
don't
need to
believe
learn my
currently you
acquire
have
tools.
any way of
Oh,
doing
I
it.
also have thieves' tools. I just
Oh,
don't
well,
like them.
That is a lockpicking
that would work.
So yeah, here I'll hand over my thieves' tools. You can now,
So
and I'll teach you how to use them.
Elias kind
That
of
would be nice.
peering over the shoulder and helping, and the goblin just doesn't even move as you're like right next to him. He's still shaking, and like every once in a while you'll see him like open up an eye and peek around and then duck back. But he does not put up any sort of words or response to you opening up the chains. And if you would like, Zella, then you can go ahead and make me a thieves tools check at advantage.
And practically speaking, that means roll the stealth, right?
No, there's a tool proficiency in the bottom left corner.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And you sh-
Oh, gotcha.
and I think
And
we
you
put
use
it
dexterity.
in there. Yep.
Yeah.
It should say like +7 or something like that on it.
That has a +10.
That sounds plausible.
That's donkey.
Are you do you have expertise in it?
Yeah, I think that's
yeah,
what we gave you.
that's what
Yes,
we.
then
That's
that
how
looks
we
right.
got it.
Perfect.
I just want to, for my OCD, point out it would be thief's tools, or the apostrophe would go after the S.
You're right.
Yes,
You're
that
right.
is still.
Nope. Absolutely.
I
Give me a second.
apologize. I cannot be but what I am.
But yes, very quickly under the guidance and assistance of Elias, you're able to take on these very simplistic locks, and they click off without much trouble.
Woo, I'm learning a new skill.
All right.
Who needs
I've lost
skills
my
when you can
thieves'
smite with the
tools.
power of the Lord?
I've given my thieves' tools to a better cause.
It's okay, you still have full plate armor.
For now.
That's true, I might borrow it if you have an unfortunate death.
Take
The
the
su-
shield. The shield's the big one, dude.
The subplot is everyone just taking up Elias's character traits and slowly taking all of his stuff.
Yeah, soon I won't be needed anymore. I can make my exit after teaching you all the relevant skills and giving you the things.
In the meantime, Valcrie and Xana, are either of you doing anything as you're surrounded by dead bodies?
A lot of corpses.
There are a lot of corpses.
Jesus, we
There's
killed a lot of...
already
we killed
a
lot
terrible
of
smell.
enemies.
Yeah.
I guess I
killed-
can pick over the drow or goblins / both, I guess.
Loot
killed
the room.
So many.
Sure, if you want to give me an investigation check, you certainly.
Loot
Oh,
the
can I
drow.
can I guide her in looting the room? Because this is actually the most critical part of a dungeon.
Sure.
Loot the room! Loot the room!
Hold on, I gotta walk to a
Kick
computer.
down the door! Loot the room!
Here we go. I couldn't see anything. Now I'm trying to very, very slowly get to where we are. I'm not there yet. Okay. So, investigation plus 4, or 1d4.
See.
We got a 17.
All right,
The loot is
so
ours.
looking around, most of these creatures, at least from the non-drow, are all fairly bare. They don't seem to have any pouches or anything capable of holding any items. These creatures that you know to be, or have been told to be, Grimlocks, which are the eyeless, gray-skinned humanoids, have some rudimentary weapons, but they are not very, not worth much, and certainly not very functional outside of bludgeoning things.
Do they have
Um,
loose change?
They do not. However, the Drow do. And rifling through their pockets, you find about 16 gold pieces between the 6 of them that might be there.
Hell yeah, I'll do the party loot.
So 16 gold pieces. You also find on them their various weapons, which you do find multiple hand crossbows, as well as their blades. The dead goblins don't have anything, though they are still chained. The bugbear does have his large meat cleaver, but other than that, no specific items.
Does anybody want a crossbow?
Those are dex weapons, right?
They are.
They be
Nah.
if you throw it at somebody, it's an improvised strength weapon.
That is true.
That is true. Literally anything is an improvised strength weapon if you throw it at someone hard enough.
Actually, let me go ahead and roll for that.
Sorry, my computer has frozen.
What just happened? Yeah, Zarn
Roll
actually.
20 shit itself. I
Zarn.
don't know if that happened to you guys.
Somebody
don't think
pissed
so.
my pants.
I think mine is still working. Yeah, seems like it.
Okay, mine's coming back now. It had a moment.
But yeah, in this time, Zarn is looking over and like pulling things off of the Drow, including their armor, their which is not very good armor, but better than the clothes that he's wearing, and some bolts and a hand crossbow from them.
Oh yeah, that'd be good for our boy.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to fight in the front lines because he is terrified still, and is still a little shaky.
He did great. He's
Y-
not
you know,
dead.
for the circumstances, he did pretty good.
Yeah, he's
He
the best
got off,
fucking
like, one
hireling we
attack,
could hope
right?
for. Yeah.
Like he got off like one attack on the giant spiders before they downed him.
Yeah, I think
And he absorbed a lot of hits. Like he is the perfect companion.
so. He doesn't get one shot, which is nice.
Named NPCs and getting death saving throws. It's great. Good for them.
Plot armor that is plot. Joke's on us. He's the fucking bad guy.
All right, so after you have pulled off the shackles of this goblin, is there anything more that you all are doing with him?
Does he speak English? Common?
He hasn't yet.
Can somebody try and talk to him in Goblin?
Sorry, I don't have Goblin.
Does Boblin not speak common?
We don't
Or
know.
Is he just
He hasn't
Not-
said
not
anything
talking.
in common. He's not saying much of anything. He's trying to be as far away from any of you as possible, but he is not able to get any further at the moment.
I only know
Um,
spooky and, weird
I-
language.
I only know spooky.
So therefore, he
Um,
probably don't know me.
All right, guys. Poll of the herd. Should I try to intimidate him into talking to us, or persuade him into talking to us?
If you
Seduce!
persuade-
Seduce the Goblin!
Hold on.
Unless you want some goblin, like you do you, but
Those are the three options when there's an NPC. You
Seduce,
persuade, you seduce,
persuade.
or you intimidate.
Okay, you're not playing a bard. Hold on.
Anyone can be a bard if they just believe.
All right, Jess.
That wasn't Jess.
Who was it?
That was Bree.
No,
What
just
did you do?
just put
Just
intimidate or
put
seduce
it
in the chat.
Oh, she
Yeah.
typed.
Yeah, she
Okay,
put
okay.
intimidate or seduce in the chat. Like,
See, as I
okay.
said, I'm not at my computer. I only go when
Well,
necessary.
whose fault
I
is
need to
that?
eat. Well, I would actually say it's my dog, because I need to eat, and I'm very hangry.
Whomst is responsible for training your dog?
Oh my goodness.
I mean...
Sidetrack.
Boomst!
What are we doing with this goblin? Is
It's not
Ari
a fucking
suddenly?
train issue.
We're trying-
For being
we're
a
tr-
bitch
We're trying to
punk.
convince him to talk to us. Ari's a friendly
How?
guy.
Okay, are you
Um,
going for persuasion check?
Does he look hurt? Like
Mm,
physically?
you
Obviously,
can
he's
make
emotionally
me a
scarred.
perception or medicine check. He does not appear hurt.
Okay. Damn. So unfortunate. I mean,
That's
it's
the
fortunate
extent of your ability to help.
but yeah, it takes away my in. Hmm.
You did just unchain him, though.
I did. He's very welcome for my service. Hey, where's home for you?
Still shaking and no response from the goblin.
Okay.
Mark my words, we will get Austin to do his goblin voice sometime.
Oh, that is the
today.
only goal here. That is the sole purpose of this interaction.
He shudders with a heart attack and dies.
Sadness.
I will bring him back.
Oh! Yeah, at least make a good death grunt.
Where are your diamonds?
Ah, fuck.
The pressure from my sphincter clenching in anger has created 100 GP's worth of diamond. Revive him.
Andrew with his magic anus.
That's going in the log.
Well, let me
George's
know when you're
magic
done
anus.
joking around. I'll make him talk.
Oh, that sounds
Ooh.
violent.
Yeah, that does sound a little
Are
ooky
we on to
spooky.
intimidate or seduce?
I mean, can't
I
Valcrie
mean-
just like use telepathy or some shit?
Yeah, I mean, I can talk in his mind, I can speak infernal, and I can show him the skull from the gang guy. That's
I mean, I can
bleached.
also use
I can
command. But
intimidate
that
the
seems a
shit
little.
out of this man.
This seems a little coercive. I'm trying to befriend Boblin, not
That's what I'm saying.
traumatize him farther.
Do what you want, and then I'll make him talk the other way.
How about or? How about make him talk, or you'll make him talk the other way? and strong Emperor's New Grooves vibe.
How about a strong and?
Oh, you mean or you'll burn our house to the ground?
Fine. Tell us where. I don't know. That sounds like a pretty important conjuncture, or whatever it was.
God, I love
Whatever the
that
fuck.
movie.
I
Okay.
don't fucking care right now.
I would like to
Conjunction.
persuade Boblin to speak to us using my extreme friendly charm that will definitely not backfire.
Okay, what are you saying to him?
I'm letting him know that he's free now, but we can't help him unless he talks to us, which is why he's unchained, and we aren't fighting.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, disadvantage. Ha ha ha.
Can't make this up. You continue to try and talk, and you actually get a reasonable thought out for once, but this goblin is still sitting there, kind of shaking and shivering and kind of tucked away, and you can hear now like some soft whispers. They seem to be more to himself than to you, and he's still refusing to acknowledge that you are there, and seems to be hoping
what
that you go
language are they
away.
in?
Do
Do I recognize the language? I guess is a
Gi-
better question.
Give me a perception check. They are very quiet murmurings to himself. You don't make them out.
Bummer. All right, do it your way.
Okay. Well, Valkyrie will start by speaking into his mind, and she'll start nice. You know, he's a
Infernal.
little.
An infernal. It's a little rude to ignore the paladin.
So first we're starting in common, so he'll understand me, and then I'll get scary, So first in common, she's gonna speak into his mind, and say, he may be abrasive, but he's the more reasonable one of the two of us.
Wait, who are
Immediately,
you calling abrasive? Hold up.
immediately as you begin to speak to him, you see his body flinch as he tightens up even further. As this is now, he's terrified.
Okay, have it your way. Again, in common. And so she'll pull out the skull. She's gonna set it right in front of his face, even if he's curled into a ball, so she'll like put it right by his feet.
Okay, he's currently like in a ball in a corner between this table and the wall. So are you like pulling
Think
him
like a
back?
Cat hiding from you.
Yeah, he is like nestled in a corner, as far away as he can be.
Nah. She will literally she will go, like lean over the table, so she'll go like over here
Mm-hmm.
and climb on top of the table and put the skull in front of him and say, "Do you want to end up like him? You might want to talk."
Oh, this is kind of hot.
What? Joe, are you okay?
What?
Are you okay? Is there something you need to tell us?
He likes pink tieflings.
I mean, don't we all?
Yeah.
And I cannot lie.
Valcrie, go ahead and first roll me an intimidation check and then an insight check.
Cool. Let's see. Intimidation.
You know, the nice way wasn't meant to roll
Actually,
well.
funny enough,
And then insight.
your intimidation is actually at advantage, even though I don't know if it matters.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Do it. Get
No,
Hey,
no.
got it out of the way. Got it out of the way. Okay.
The duality.
For the best.
Else matters.
For the best.
So, Valcrie, you hold this up to where his face is, and after you speaking in his mind this way, he like glances up and looks just enough to see the skull, and there is, at first, he is scared at seeing the skull and your threat, and then you realize that his eyes lock onto the symbol that is on the skull, and he just goes, all the color drains out of his face, and he cannot help but stare at it. And he is just... and you see him slowly look up. What do you...
He'll just smile nicely at him.
What do you want?
We just want to help. Ari, your turn.
I just got. I wanna. Can I go? You don't need anything from me. I'll leave. You don't need. Ooh.
Yep, you're dismissed, bro. That's all we needed.
Okay.
What?
And he
We're
begins
supposed to be adopting Boblin, Joe.
He begins to run by. Are you taking any actions to stop him, Ari?
This is a meta point, Joe. We had a plan here. We're adopting Boblin the Goblin, and you gotta do that to me.
Ari,
We had a
are
plan
you
too,
trying to
make
stop
us
him
and
or
make
not?
this noise.
What?
Are you
You have a
trying
few
to stop
seconds
the
to stop
goblin
the
from
goblin.
running by?
Yes.
Okay, Jess says I am, so I guess I am.
So Xana kind of gives you a push, and you step in. Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Oh,
Oh, Ari. Oh, man.
I
Dude, I set
wasn't
you
meant
up.
to have Boblin.
So you go to kind of respond, and you kind of grab the goblin enough to stop him and keep him from running away. But then Xana pushes you after, and you kind of like slip for a moment, and you kind of like sprain your leg a little bit. Doesn't do any actual damage, but it kind of hurts a little bit. And for a moment, you're kind of like having to walk it off, and the goblin just kind of pulls back and is breathing heavily and just kind of back against the wall, unsure of what to do now, since he was told he could run, and then now not so much.
Ow.
Alright, well, they tame this goblin. Everybody who needs to should start a short rest. So we have whatever we can.
We done been short resting. Well, that's part of it. This is a light
You're
activity.
harassing a small creature who just wants to escape.
I am not harassing. I would say Valkyrie is harassing. I am befriending.
First of all, I think I got him to talk. So I think I was more
You
helpful.
probably got him to shit himself.
But I was nice
There-
about it.
There may or may not be a damp spot on the floor.
Ew.
I mean, I didn't actually go infernal.
We've
Not
already
yet.
picked up one useless humanoid. We might as well have one that has a funny voice. I'm just saying.
Ooh, okay, I understand the premise of making this funny voice stick around.
You gotta be a team player here, you know?
I guess I'm against the morality here of scaring the shit out of this little creature who just wants to
I'm
run
not
away.
trying to scare the shit out of this little creature. I am trying to help him or her. I don't know a lot about goblinoids' genders.
I think they were a wee spooked by you, though. Or rather by us, because we kicked
But,
ass. So.
by whom? Whomst did the spooking? Whomst! Whomst!
Well, first of all, it was all of us because we kicked ass. Second of
did.
all, it was then me because I showed him a skull, but he got talking and he moved. Good for him.
Can I leave or not?
What?
You can, but hold on a minute. Because it might be dangerous out there, which is why I asked where you were from, because we might be able to help you get back.
Roll me a persuasion check at advantage.
I'm gonna roll 2 nat ones. Watch, that's how today's going.
Maybe don't.
Oh.
Get it, bro.
Or not. I found my footing now.
You would do that for bootlick?
Austin, can you change his name to Boblin, please? I have a lot invested in this.
No.
Alright, well, I'm gonna call him Boblin.
What do you do for a living, Bootlick?
I'm a goblin.
What's your job?
Here?
Back home.
I'm a goblin. We don't really have jobs. We just get told to do stuff.
I see.
Fucking
so-
socialists.
So, do you want to go back home then, or do you want to try something else?
I don't know. At home, at least, I didn't know if I was going to be fed to spiders or not, but I was used as a footstool one time. It wasn't very comfortable.
Well, that's usually part of growing up.
Were you
But,
used as a footstool too?
Well, I try not to think about my first trip out on the sea, but you know, things happen.
What's a sea?
The ocean. It's right outside the dungeon, really.
Hey,
not
the
far.
river?
What?
Is it like the river?
Yes, but big and goes on really far in every direction.
A big river, oh man.
Oh my god.
Where is this river?
It's a bit further south from here, I think.
Here you are, dear.
It's the Sargauth.
Where does it go?
Well,
I'll get
in
myself
one
some in a
direction
moment.
it heads to Skullport. I don't know where the other one goes, I just know it goes off a long way. I've never been up that far.
Skullport, you say?
Yeah.
That sounds like a good time.
It's where we gotta go, guys.
Yeah. Do you think you could take us to this river and then we'll let you be on your way?
I thought you were gonna take me home.
Where's your
Where's
home?
home?
Where is home?
I'm part of the Legion of Azrock. We've got a hold up to the north, but we've got to go down to the river to get there.
Perfect.
Well, that'll be fun then.
But I don't know how many Drow are between here and there, so you're gonna protect me, right?
We'll
Yep.
do our best.
Was he not convinced? Are you not entertained?
He doesn't really know what to believe. He's kind of hoping more so than anything because he's not dead, but there are a lot of bodies here, and he has no idea if you guys are just going to kill him or not.
Well, that's fair. Thanks, Valcrie.
Not
You
my
gotta
problem.
understand, bud. If we wanted you dead, we'd have done that like 10 minutes ago.
I suppose that makes sense, but I've heard that adventurers' minds are fickle.
Well,
That's fair.
yeah, you heard more or less right. Sorry about that.
We have kind of wandered about this dungeon just on a whim.
It's understandable. Hobgoblins aren't much better.
I think I like you, Bootlick.
Thank you.
For spooking you.
All right, well,
Just
let's
don't
get
bleach
headed out
my
there,
skull,
then.
please.
What?
I just needed you to talk. Believe it or not, we're actually pretty friendly. I just picked this up from, I don't know, one of the other caverns.
All right. Do you know the best way?
No, wait.
All right, perfect.
Good enough for us.
We'll let you stay in the middle where it's safest, and you can direct us.
I think so.
Let's finish catching our breath real quick first, yeah? I'm referring to the short rest.
Yeah, Zarn kind of calls out, I could use a few more minutes. He's still in the process of like bandaging up his stomach from where the fangs had kind of pierced into him.
Poor Zarn, you know, he's living a hard life too. Honestly, if we get this NPC out alive, it's gonna be a miracle. plus one to Brother Elias's divine interventions.
Ooh. I'm the world's worst fucking cleric. There's no way any god's ever going to listen to me.
Oh, don't worry, we know. Hey Joe, got any more of those bonus action healings? Oh yeah, spirit weapon.
Never forget.
Hey, what? Why is Ari still around the corner? Well, he's unconscious, rolling death saves.
Oops.
Alright, so you guys just taking your short rest in here then? Are you putting up tiny hut? Are you doing anything about the bodies? What's the plan?
I don't think we'll tiny hut a short
We could
rest, but
harvest
tiny hut the
meat
long
fillets
rest.
from the bodies.
Wrong campaign.
It's a universally useful strategy. Who has the best survival?
Here they're called fillets.
Nope, no, it's a fillet.
Because we're not filthy casuals.
I feel like the one person who would have done some shit like that left us months ago.
Perhaps. Either way. Harvest. I feel like there's some Wait, what about the big thing of soup?
There is still a big thing of soup that is steaming. It's a cauldron.
Yeah.
Does it smell edible?
Might want to investigate that for.
It actually smells pretty good.
I am checking. Let me see if I have purify food and drink. Or is that a 3rd level spell? Is that a 1st level spell? Fuck, I don't have detect poison and disease prepared.
Well.
Oh, purify food and drink is 1st level. I also don't have that prepared. I'm a useless paladin.
Huh. Are those on my spell list as well?
Probably.
Yeah, there's no fucking way I've got those set up.
I mean, in my defense, how would I have known we would stumble across a large pot of stew this morning?
This is true.
And
Always
I
be
needed.
prepared.
I am
The half
prepared.
the
I
way.
have command, protection from evil and good, shield of faith, and thunderous smite. What more do you need?
Yeah, when do you do anything other than fight in a dungeon? Like,
Yeah, right? What,
food?
Cooking? Come on.
I think we need a character who's literally just set up to be a cook. Like
Oh,
literally,
I
all
would
the
play
spells
that
are prepared
character.
as food.
I would
think,
love to play that character.
Good news, Austin. Boblin's about to be that character, and you get to play him.
I will give Boblin the chef feat and give him levels into cleric and paladin from watching you two, and he will just cook food until the day he dies.
And smite. If he has paladin levels, he has the smite. It's the
Nope,
law.
he doesn't smite.
Okay, no paladin levels.
No, he's a chef. That's all he's going to do.
Have you seen Sam Gamgee? He fucking smites.
He's a
He's
gardener.
chef. Hey, he cooks a mean rabbit stew.
Alright, so you guys are just taking a short rest in here and trying out the food?
Investigating the food first.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Back at it.
You see a what was once a roaring fire has now kind of given off to small flames, but still a steaming cauldron, about 5 feet in diameter, filled with this brownish liquid that is bubbling.
Hey, Boblin, what's in the soup?
I think he was I chopped up some ripple bark that we put in there, and I think that there was some troglodyte meat, maybe? I don't remember everything.
What's troglodyte meat? Is that something Ari
A
would
humanoid?
recognize?
Usually Blarg was in charge of cooking. Yeah.
Sorry, what was that, Joe?
It's a type of humanoid.
Oh,
Oh,
well, that's good to know.
do we want to
Alright.
resort to cannibalism today?
I mean, if you're not human, it's not strictly speaking cannibalism, but yeah, maybe not.
Is anybody actually human?
Yes.
Oh,
My no dark vision having ass is actually human.
I got you, 1 hour at a time, bro.
Once a day.
No, I can use spell slots to do it more, I just don't.
That's fair. That's why we have the magic sword. Okay, well, no soup. Finish resting without soup with humanoid in it.
Well, I'm gonna have a bowl. If that's all right with you. Put all that work
Go
in.
for it, my guy.
Yeah, go nuts there.
And he ladles up a wooden bowl and begins to scarf some down as you all sit and wait and casually look around for about an hour. The smell continues to get worse and worse, and you see as Zarn begins to kind of hold his nose, but it's begin to slowly settling down. The tops of the roof of this building are kind of cracked open from where the giant spiders had dug in, but other than that, it seems fairly quiet. After about 30 to 40 minutes into the rest, you do start to hear noise, small footsteps on the stone.
Well, that can't be good.
Could be great. Could be friends.
What
Who
is
wants
anything
to
in this?
poke their head out and find out?
Trying to be optimistic, okay?
all right, optimistic one. You can go figure out what it is.
I like that idea.
I'm the only one who opens doors anyway.
Hey, now I stand next to you while you open them.
The emotional support is really what I need during those times.
I'm like a service dog with a mace.
Somebody throw that in greatest hits.
I'm like a service dog.
Alright, is anybody doing anything, or are you guys still continuing on where you're at?
I would suggest that somebody who can shoot things that are far away look and see if there's anything needing to be shooted.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that sounds like a great job for them.
And you can be quiet.
Yeah, that ain't me, Chief.
Not me either.
Hey Zella, you willing to see what the hell that was?
I can try to see what that was.
Yeah. There's footsteps that way.
Which way?
We don't actually know.
Okay.
Austin just said off in the distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
you just
There's
heard
a
some
way that we heard
footsteps.
them.
Any indication of which of these hallways I should move down?
You can give me a perception check if you want.
I would like to do that. That would sound like a good plan. Oof.
You kind of take a moment and
Oh,
listen, and
oh,
everybody
honey.
is like talking at you at once and talking back and forth, trying to figure who's gonna go look, and you just can't hear any footsteps over the noise.
All right.
We are rolling
Neat.
really well tonight.
In that case, I will just choose the easiest path, which is probably the up hallway. Looks like I could get to it without having to go over quite as many dead bodies. So I'll just go see if there's anything to be. Is that a wall?
I think that's a wall. Yes,
Yeah,
we'd have to
there's
go
probably a
technically
wall there,
around.
just down and around.
Yeah, it's a wall that the spiders burrowed through and then got
Mhm.
burned alive.
There's so many dead bodies
Figure it
here.
out.
There we go. That's
In that
Sorry,
case-
not sorry.
Whose fault is that?
I'll go to this branch
Ah.
in the hallways and see if I can see any source of footsteps or anything going on.
Okay, give me a perception check now with advantage.
Oh yay! I walked away from the talking people.
Oh,
That might be it.
all right. Okay. Trying to find. Yes, you can definitely now hear as these what sound like small, almost like garbled voices, kind of gravelly in nature, but you can hear some of them speaking back and forth up to the north side.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like any words that you're familiar with, and there's none currently in sight, but you can make out that there do seem to be entities over in that direction.
Gotcha. I will first head back down to the room where everyone else is gathered and relay this information. There is some number of some creature in this hallway, not speaking common, but moving through this hallway if we want to do anything about that. We can stay here, or we could move up and try and meet them head on, or avoid altogether, depending on what everyone's.
Let's
Healing.
see if we can finish our short rest first.
Yeah,
Okay.
You guys are about 15 minutes out.
If
In
we
that
fight, we
case-
fight.
I'm gonna move to about like here so I can see both one more down. Both the people in our group and the entrance to this hallway. And I'll try and kind of be in the shadows or in the corner to just try and keep watch.
Okay.
Excellent, thank you.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check, and then one more perception.
Heart, you're doing great.
Alright. As you all begin to go back to kind of just sitting there, cleaning your weapons, dusting off your clothes, and kind of wrapping up any wounds that you might have, it's another 10 minutes or so that go by. And Zella, you don't see anything, and you're not seen by anything that you can tell. But after those about 10 minutes, there is just this large, high-pitched wail or scream that just echoes out, just this and then there is just this roar
What?
that echoes after it.
Did you try to squeal? Because I didn't hear that.
Discord might have cut it out.
Yeah, Discord cut it
Here,
out.
can you try to make it slightly lower pitch and still squeal for me? Thanks.
It was-
There we go.
Yep, we got
Thank
that
you.
one.
There we
but
go.
It is just this scream, and there is some sort of commotion. It is far in the distance, but it is very loud and echoes down towards you all.
You can quote me on it, Joe. Put it in the
Oh, I
greatest
have.
hits.
It is now quoted. If you please refer below to the quote.
No, 2 greatest hits.
Way too much work.
You can do it. Copy, paste, repeat.
Wheel for
You already did the hard stuff. You just have to click and click. And you're good.
That would require me to be at my computer.
That's more fair.
What is with you guys and playing D&D at random locations in your house?
Well, first of all, I guarantee me and him were both cooking. And guess what's important? Food.
Kitchen.
Hashtag kitchen, which is adjacent to my living room, which is why I'm away from my computer, but I can still kind of play. But now
I had
I'm here,
to give
so.
the Sammy nachos.
That's respectable.
I
We've
frequently
already established Joe has a limited number of roles, and one of them is the food.
Most of them are food adjacent.
It is a misnomer that the Black Widow always eats its mate after sex. If it's well fed at first, it will often let him live.
So in
That
other
was
words,
not-
you're trying to keep her fed. Got it.
That
Oh.
we're gonna revisit this.
I think
Processing time.
Anyway,
yeah.
before Sam kills her mate, are you guys doing anything in response to that, or are you still trying to get in the last few things to finish up your short rest?
I think the short rest is more useful to us than anything else we could do in the next 4 minutes.
Yeah, if we can guess that it's not an immediate threat, I think we're cool to.
I think we should
Keep
definitely
chilling.
like close the door though. Hope
That
they
would
miss
work.
us.
That's a good idea.
I would be
That's
willing
good
to close
passive.
the door.
Galaxy brain moves only here.
That's good.
Look at that, bruh.
You did the thing.
Where was the door?
By you, I think.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
those
Is
like
this the
wooden
door?
pegs. Right by
Okay.
you. Yep.
Yeah.
So you
That's
kind of
fine.
slide it shut, hearing this and being like, I don't want to deal with whatever that was.
Back a little bit.
So
Hard pass.
yes, you
Peace out.
close the door, and over the next few minutes, you all do what you can to finish prepping as quickly as possible, and you have all completed a short rest without any further incident.
You.
Excellent. Alright. And, what was his name? Footstool? Doorstop? Fuck.
Goblin.
Bootlick?
Yeah!
Sorry.
Alright, Bootlick, let's head out. You ready?
Oh, yeah, I need to roll my hit die for.
What was... Did you all hear that noise?
We did, and we intend to not move towards that for now.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that makes sense. Are you sure we should be moving already? Maybe it's some monster came to eat all the dead bodies.
Well, this building is no longer structurally sound, thanks to the lovely spiders, so we gotta go somewhere else.
This is a good point, I guess.
Alright, let's assume a marching formation, and we'll put Bootlick somewhere in the middle. Sorry for calling you Doorstop, let's go.
I'll stand behind him.
Yep.
So
And
I can shoot magic over his head if there's a bad guy.
yeah, and we will group up, we will have him give us directions, and we're
So,
heading to the river, it appears, right? That was what he said?
Mm-hmm.
so do
Excellent.
we want to have all of our squishy DPS in the back?
No, we've got our little switch of a DPS who can turn into a wolf in the very back.
Yep.
In case
that works.
something scary is in the back.
Cool.
So
So
she
it's like-
seems squishy and then wolfs out. You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Alright.
like it's magical
It's the-
durability.
And a
Fake.
bait and switch.
Got it. Cool.
Sammy, do you need some gelato in your life?
I need some gelato.
Hold on.
I
Yeah.
need gelato,
Yeah.
Joe.
I need gelato.
Joe, does gelato delivery service apply to the sangria delivery service? Because, like, I could go for both.
Yeah, both sounds good.
Please.
I don't know if they delivered to Nebraska or are you in New Mexico, Andrew? Is that right?
Texas.
Texas.
Tejas.
I don't know if they deliver that far, but
Okay, but, like, how about
I mean,
20
it's
minutes?
better than Nebraska.
is it though?
Nebraska's
I mean,
5 hours from them.
oh, I meant just as far as like states to have to be in.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Like it's a better place for them to go than Nebraska. Because if you go to Nebraska, you have to be in Nebraska, which is really
This
just
is
a bummer.
true.
Yeah.
And even worse, you have to drive through Kansas.
Ew.
No, you don't.
Disgusting.
Yeah, apparently
I guess
don't.
if you...
You
No,
drive
see, Nebraska actually touches
Iowa.
Missouri.
You do not go
Yeah.
through Kansas.
Omaha
Yeah.
is like right on the corner, so you don't actually
Yeah.
go through Kansas.
So really, you can avoid the abysmal Kansas, and you're good.
You only have to go through Kansas when Iowa and Missouri flood,
That's fair.
which is not right now. Now it's just cold.
I shit you not. This was completely by accident, but at a professional conference, when somebody introduced themselves and said that they were from KU, I said I'm sorry.
Me
Like,
too, Joe. Me
I
too.
don't know, like it just comes natural to make fun of Kansas at this point, and I'm like, oh shit,
Yep.
like, oops.
I would have done that too, Joe. I feel
like-
that.
All right.
All right,
So as
Bootlick,
you-
lead the way. Well, tell us the way.
Oh hell, from here, I think you make and he kind of holds out his hands and makes two like angled symbols. All right.
So like down this way, is that what he means?
Uh-huh.
That
Or
right, and he points the other
right.
way.
All
the
right.
other right.
Ah, I see how these things that makes sense.
Yeah.
The map's all gunky.
Yeah, the map will not be in the direction of his directions. At least not right. And you come to another intersection. You can see more webs across the ground as it seems to stretch further into this cavern. I still have to do the old-fashioned way, but it's fine.
I will wait for everybody else to catch up, and we'll keep going.
Oh, sorry.
The river's to the south, so I think that means we go down that way.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Sure thing,
Onward.
mister.
Ooh, there doors.
Can you
We
just,
must
like-
open.
Have me follow them so I can get more bread, so I can have more bread and butter.
Yeah.
Let's get this
Let's
bread.
get fucking A.
Thanks.
I'm slow to say. words.
LGBT.
Oh gosh, this is. Why is this all so slow? It's probably all my stupid webs. Are you guys trying to open any of the doors that you come across? You currently see two, but there are more.
I see a door and feel compelled to try to open it.
I mean, you certainly can. These.
I don't need to open that one. Hang on though. Ooh. Ooh, okay, I don't need to open that one either. Damn it. Onward we go.
And upward. Well, downward actually, but
Alright.
onward and downward, good sir.
We're getting close. I trend in the right direction for door opening.
And yeah, you see as more doors do appear, as more of these buildings start to take shape.
Does it smell like river yet?
You can hear as the sound of water is getting louder.
Excellent.
Actually, you can hear a rushing water at some speed.
It appears we are either getting to Ari's mother's house or the river up ahead.
What?
Can you guys not smell that?
Can I let's see, what do I have in my inventory here?
GP.
I would like to oh shit, I have golden wine bottles. That's fancy.
Ooh. Yeah, we do.
What else do I have?
It's wine with gold flecks in it.
I don't have a lot of good things to throw.
The crossbow, the improvised ranged weapon.
Yeah. After Joe says that, I'm just gonna ask
Zarn.
Zarn to let me see his crossbow real quick.
Give me a persuasion check. As this person insults you and you're like, give me the crossbow. He shrugs and hands it over to you. And Elias, as you begin to head down into this passage, you actually see that you are in a chamber, and there are multiple old bedrolls that line the floor.
Oh, so this is not the way?
It does not appear so. This appears to be a chamber.
I would like to throw the crossbow at Brother Elias.
Give me a strength check.
Gonna use my proficiency bonus. Oh, that beats his AC!
Wait, why are you using your proficiency bonus?
Cause it's still don't you have the
Proficiency
or do you not
in
have
improvised
proficiency throwing
weapons?
this?
No, you have to have a certain feat, I think.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh well.
But yes, you do hit him. It just bounces off the armor.
Well, that's fine. That's all we need.
And Zarn
It's not,
looks
it's not
at you
really
weird
about doing damage.
and goes
it's about...
and picks it up.
Zarn, you seem to have dropped your crossbow.
Apparently I did.
Was this not the route out either?
No. Bootlick kind of looks at you and he's like, you gotta go towards the sound of the water. It's down further to the southwest.
Perfect.
Okay.
My dynamic vision seems to be failing me.
Shh. Boxes are coming in as quick as I can make them.
It's
It's a struggle.
It is a struggle. Stupid dynamic blighting bogging down the whole server.
Am I now walking the right direction at least?
Yeah, more or less.
Cool.
These catacombs used to be ours, but the Drow sort of took them over from us. Don't know why Azrak let them have them, but we've fallen back to further positions. But I used to once sleep right over there in that street.
You didn't have your own little house?
Oh no, that was kept mostly for the hobgoblins and bugbears. They were too big to try and muscle out. A few of the goblins snuck into a couple of the crumbling ones, but I was fine out on the street. It's not like it's gonna rain in here.
Right you are, little guy.
He does have a point.
Well, we're getting close. You should be able to hear it. Anything else you want to do here before venturing down towards the river?
No, I think we're ready to jump to a new location, so to speak.
Alright, then I will grab you all.
You know, I'm only like semi a smartass and it's funny. I recognize that you're doing a fantastic job fighting these giant maps, and you're putting on a hell of an adventure.
Thank you, good sir. Oh shoot. It would help if I had turned on the lighting.
I appear to be bugging out.
Okay, let me grab these now and paste those in. And then we will pull you all over, and it should be black at first. I'll make it so you guys can see here in a second. But it should pick up relatively where we left off. Okay, reveal. And did I actually move you guys? Yeah, I did. Cool. So you guys should be over.
We lost our goblin friend!
And he's coming.
Oh, he's back. No, it's Bootlick.
That's Boblin.
Well, and I think I'm on the wrong side of the map. Let me move.
I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm quickly starting to like Bootlick more than the rest of you all. He seems so fun. He's probably not quite as good in a fight though, so I will not replace you all with Bootlick yet.
Yet.
Yeah, I heard that.
But yeah, as you guys venture out of these caverns, whatever is left of this ruinous city, you do see as the walls do transition back into solid stone and even have this blue tile that begins to appear across the ground.
Cool. Let's head on down, guys.
The blue tile doesn't look anything like the blue alley, does it?
No, not really.
Cool.
You do see that it does diverge into two different directions. You
I'm
hear
just
the
sure there's not
river.
some weird.
You hear
doohickey.
the river to the right. It is now very loud.
Cool.
So the river's down that way, and something else on a different map is down that way?
What appears so?
It appears we're going this way, boys and girls. We're not about to make Austin jump us to another map again.
You can.
Or are we? Or are we?
No. We're going the way we were intending to go.
It's like that beam that's like, how come every time we teleport to somewhere the DM doesn't have prepared? We just have a horrible mishap.
Well, Bootlick kind of looks at you all and is like, well, if you want to get to the river, the fastest way is over to the left. If you want to head towards the region that the Legion now holds, eventually you can make your way to the right. But there could be more drow that way. The river is usually a safer bet since you can hide in the water. We can make it back up to the hold through the river, I think.
What? Why would we hide from Drow?
Well, I suppose you might not since you slaughtered all of them, but people like me do.
It sounds so negative when you say slaughtered. We protected ourselves.
Right.
With extreme violence.
Right.
And Elias, you can actually see out into this chamber as it extends out the river itself and what look to be small lizard creatures sitting by the edge of it that haven't currently noticed your presence yet. Since you have
Crap.
No, those are probably the troglodytes that they were eating.
Oh.
Does anybody here speak, Fuck, do I have any idea what those speak?
Roll a history check. Or a nature check.
Let's go with history, I think. Let's see if I know these boys.
Yeah, troglodytes are fairly common enough. You've definitely heard. They don't seem to speak any known languages. It's theorized that they have their own sort of languages of kind of clicks and snarls and other kind of easily made sounds, but they're fairly low intelligent reptilian humanoids.
Do they have a swim speed?
Do
Because
they
we've got a
have
friend who can
swim
talk to water
speed?
things and
That
also
is an
make dumb
important
noises.
question.
While they do typically live by the water, these do not have an innate swim speed. They are not amphibious. They are reptilian.
Damn. Okay.
Right.
This
I
would
mean,
be
there
right
are
up
water,
your alley.
there are water snakes. You know, I talk to those all the time.
I don't know. We can give it a try. Let's go say hello.
They currently do not seem to be swimming. They seem to have made it to the water and have stopped.
They do look
That-
kind of yoked, though.
It'll be all right. Let's do it. Let's walk up and let's say hi. Have some guidance ahead of time.
I'm gonna just stay back here if that's all right.
Oh yeah, Boblin, you do whatever you like.
It's bootlick.
Wow.
Sure thing, Boblin.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay back here too, just in case.
What are you
If I
afraid
was
of?
slightly more adept
More like
at
I'm making sure he doesn't run
making,
away
like-
and I can protect him.
electronic cuts, I just need Austin saying that, and I could remix that into the funniest fucking dubstep.
It's bootlick.
It's bootlick.
And then you just get like an absurd fucking bass drop, like
Bending it in
shit.
there. Yeah, Valkyrie will stay back and protect Bootlick just in case some shit happens.
Okay.
Alright, yeah.
It's fine. Our tanks are used
It's
to
like
our
50-50.
Our tanks are used to fucking 2v20ing anyway. It's fine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm expecting
no,
unless
that-
you get a super roll, these are about to attack us. So
That
yeah.
that meme about, you know, paladins carrying the party through every single combat encounter.
Yeah, and as you all begin to approach, they definitely do take notice of the loud armor, and a couple of them kind of look back in your general direction and just kind of give a and then hop right into the water and duck down below the surface.
Ah, so they're
Would
kind
you say
of
they're
smart.
swimming?
I mean, they're trying. That doesn't mean they have a swim speed. But they
that
disappear
speed
beneath
could
the
be
lower.
0!
They disappear below the surface of the water.
Okay,
Alright,
Oh well, looks like they didn't want to talk.
yeah. I think we're good, Bootlick. I don't think they want to fight.
Who says? Why does everything have to fight?
Because it's
What's up? I said I don't think they want to fight.
because he was scared.
But yes, as you all do come up to this kind of edge, it seems to be a wide area of rock and kind of sand up to where this river meets, and you can see the river moving by fairly quickly. Not impossible to paddle or swim up, but it's moving at a good pace. And you can also see that there are kind of grooves in the sand and even a little bit in the rock, where it seems like something has rested or been drug.
Alright, which way now?
Are you asking Bootlick or the party?
Of course, Bootlick. The party is as lost as I am. We're relying on some random goblin to give us truthful answers as to where to go next. We are
Mhm.
meandering.
Oh well, it depends on where you want to go, I suppose.
I think we are interested in Skullport, but we also want to take you back to wherever you want to be, bud.
Well, I think both of those things are further south.
Alright, perfect. How does one best navigate this? Is walking along the bank pretty safe?
What about this way over here?
That's a path. Yeah, that might work. I don't
Perfect.
know if you can walk along the banks. There's kind of rock walls that run along the river. The river is kind of underground, so it kind of carved through the rock. There's not many paths.
Man, fucking Boblin knows so much about geology. I'm here for it.
We don't have a lot to talk about down here, so we talk about rocks.
I've
Sounds
found that
good.
most people who are really interested in rocks do the same, even if they're up where you could talk about other interesting things. It's
There are
just,
things more interesting than rocks.
for the rest of us, yeah. But
Tell me about
things.
these things that are more interesting than rocks.
So, what is your opinion on religion?
What's a religion?
Or magic?
Well, what's a magic?
Is there
Are
something?
those like fancy rocks? I know some of them sparkle.
Watch this.
Can Valkyrie do some thaumaturgy too?
What are
Yeah.
you using thaumaturgy for?
Is
What
there?
effect?
Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to make sure I pick something reasonable. Let's see. So, cause kind of what I wanted was I kind of wanted to like make some rocks roll along and like roll into the like river.
Yeah, I think you can do like small tremors, so kind of shaking the wall and a few pebbles kind of fall down.
Yeah, and she'll be like, "I did that."
Did you do that with your mind?
Yes and no. It wasn't exactly my mind, but kind of. It's magic.
Cause you like talked in my head before, and that was kind of scary.
I'm sorry. That's also magic, though. I can do that because kind of magic. It's my patron, my magic source. Hard to explain.
Oh,
Man,
we have a different
get-
word for that in Goblin.
Gotta
What's
get me
that?
one of those.
Oh, we call it Scrimshaw.
Scrimshaw?
Scrimshaw.
And what does your scrimshaw do for you?
The Scrimshaw is like the it's hard to explain.
I get that.
He
But-
kind of like waves his fingers in the air, though.
Stop squeaking. Nobody wants to hear your squeaks.
And it's interesting, isn't it?
Excuse me, I want to hear their squeaks.
Well, usually when it happens, it's kind of scary. Usually bad things happen with Scrimshaw.
Oh.
Oh, I really know what you're talking about. My person's not exactly the most liked.
Your person?
The patron. They're not nice, and she'll use air quotes.
Oh, my patron's not very nice either. He used me
Yeah.
as a footstool once, and as a garbage can.
Oh.
How did he use you as a garbage can?
Well, he said, "Bootlick, when you're done licking my boots, I've got something for you." And I said, "Well, what do you got for me, Azrock?" And he said, "Here, take this." And he put this old food in my mouth, but it was like on a piece of paper, and it wasn't actually the food. It was just the bones that were left over. But they were kind of yummy.
At least you kind of liked it.
I only had some blood in my excrement for about a week. Not too bad.
Oh.
So
Man.
who is your patron?
Oh, I'm part of Ozrock's Legion, but my patron, the one that I work most closely with, he's one of the captains. His name was it started with Cleus. I think I'm saying that right. We weren't allowed to address him directly. We just knew him as the Skull Cleaver.
Skull Cleaver. Do we know anything about the Skull Cleaver?
You guys can roll history checks if you want.
May I try?
Sure. Yours will be a disadvantage though.
Well, we're gonna try. Just in case my not nice patron wants to bless me with some knowledge. Oh. Good rolls, but no.
Looks like you might get blessed with some knowledge. I don't know.
Maybe.
You haven't heard of anything of the Skull Cleaver in particular, but you know that usually hobgoblins do like to take titles for part of their conquests or their role in society.
I see. And can you describe this Skull Cleaver? She'll pull out her notebook and get ready to sketch.
Well, he's tall.
Paul. Just keep going.
Yeah, he's kind of big, a lot bigger than you are, but he's also kind of red and pinkish. He's got some armor with a face on his stomach.
But is he thicker than a bowl of oatmeal?
What's bowl of oatmeal?
That's okay.
Yeah,
He's got pointy ears like that guy. And he points over at Elias.
Okay.
His hair is kind of like tied up. He's got a big sword.
And how big would you say?
I don't know. And he kind of raises his hand up in the air and kind of like wiggles it, clearly indicating higher than he can reach. Like,
You're pointing to one of us.
5 of me.
Oh, really big sword.
Oh, the sword's like half that? A third of that, a quarter. I'm not very good at fractions.
I understand. Math's hard.
It's like this, and he like holds it up to about his stomach or neck height. Or chest or neck height.
I see. And then, if he, like, whatever he's kind of done, Valcrie's gonna try and turn her picture around and say, so kind of like this.
Wow, that's really amazing. Yeah, it looks just like that.
Where I'm from either. It's really hot, so I draw pictures and study.
So I take it that this guy's not a goblin.
No, he's kind of a goblin. He's not a goblin like me, though.
He's a hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Hobgoblins aren't 5 times as tall as a goblin, though, are they?
He seemed like it to me.
I don't know.
How big is he compared to me?
I don't know. You're pretty tall, mister. He might be a little taller than you, I think. I don't know. I'd have to get you close. Maybe side by side.
Are you still a fan of this guy or not?
No,
He's
the Skull
fine.
Cleaver?
Yeah.
I'd prefer for him to not cleave my skull.
Would you prefer to him to never cleave anything again?
Oh, you mean like... And he kind of draws a line across his neck.
Precisely.
Well, I don't know. He's not the nicest fella, but he's killed a lot of Drow that have tried to kill us.
Then in that case, we'll try not to kill him.
So not nice, but we'll defend you.
Better than the alternative.
Better than being fed to spiders.
Agreed.
I think you could boil down to every single person in charge as not great, but better than the alternative. You are often choosing between somebody who's not nice, not good at things, not the best person to have around, but if they're around, somebody worse isn't.
That seems very philosophical.
All right, let's head down the path. We'll deliver you back to where you belong, bud.
Okay, whatever you say. You guys seem a lot nicer than I thought you were.
We do our best.
So who's going down first then? Oh, okay, he's
Oh.
going down first.
Again, we
Making
seem
my way
scary,
down,
but we're
tunnel,
only a little
walking
self-sufficient. Not actually terrible.
Yeah, Bootlick. Ari is our main tank. He's the one who can do the most and take the most hits back. So he's our de facto leader in that sense. He leads the way.
Oh, our leader is Azrock. He was a very impressive warrior.
What was so impressive about him?
Oh, he killed lots of people.
So is Ari.
He
I don't really kill people that often. So I have to.
he conquered all these caverns and cleared them out of all the monsters and led the goblins to a lot of push there, good times.
Oh, are there more lizard people?
As you do make it down to this further beach, oh, you guys are gonna be in darkness for a second. There we go.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You do see another beach that stretches out in front of you. This one is very similar to the other, where the rock gives way to sand, but with two very notable features in addition. The first of which being a large stone door that you can just glimpse on the west side of the bank. And the other, possibly more alarming, is a large rowboat that sits on the shore that currently has a skeletal figure perched on top of it with what Valcrie can quickly identify seems to be a tiefling skeleton on top of this rowboat.
Is it animated?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
It doesn't currently seem to be moving.
All right, have some guidance, investigator. Let's
I find
figure
that
out
answer
the fuck
vague
this
and
is.
unconvincing.
Yep. Yeah. Here.
Would a tanky person like to come up with me for cover?
I have a better idea.
Oh.
Because I have an otherwise useless ability. I would like to get, I don't know, where's my measuring tool? Yeah, I'd like to walk up like 15 feet. Yeah, that looks nice. And I would like to
That looks nice.
sniff.
Ooh.
Okay.
I get 6 of these per day, and I've never used more than 2.
Yeah, he can sniff that first.
Yes, you get a presence. You get a light sense of undead from the direction that you're looking at.
I'd watch out. There's something undead up here.
Yeah, I imagine it's that. I'll point at the skeleton.
You can
And
hope
as-
it's just that.
As you guys begin to speak, you see that this skeleton in a long kind of black cloak holding onto what looks like a pole at the back of this rowboat kind of shifts and its head looks in your direction.
Let's wave at it.
So, in Infernal, can Valkyrie say, identify yourself.
Generally, skeletons only speak the languages they spoke.
Or
in life.
abyssal.
It's a tiefling, though. It's a tiefling
Yeah, it's a
skeleton.
tiefling. So I was
Okay.
trying to
Abyssal
figure
or
out...
infernal? Infernal is the tiefling
That's what I was
language.
asking. That's the one.
Okay.
I want to be tiefling.
So you speak out in infernal, and the skeleton does seem to slightly respond, lifting up a large oar out of the water before placing it back down and kind of giving a slight nod of its head, but it doesn't say anything.
Can you use your in your head speak from here?
I think so. Let me see. Let me see what requirement that was.
Yeah,
it
let's
says-
say hi.
Hold on, it says 30 feet, so I need to make sure I'm within 30 feet first. Which I
30
take it I'm
feet
a
puts
bit
you like on the edge of the shore, like somewhere. around
Ari,
there.
will you walk up with me?
Hold hands.
Of course. Yep.
Okay.
Hold your hand if you're scared.
She'll nudge him with her elbow.
What do you need, dear?
Let's see. Is this the place? Ah, we can do it from back here. Unless you
Okay.
want to be there. You can go where you want to be. Okay. So she will try again, but speaking in its mind. I didn't catch that. Who are you?
Can you paste that ability?
Yes. It just says any creature, so I would count him as a creature. And technically it can be whatever language it understands, so. So as long as it knows the language, I can talk to it.
Yeah, so once again it kind of raises up the paddle and kind of begins to make a paddling motion. It doesn't say anything.
Can she use any context clues to deduce that is it just that it's a job? Is it like the equivalent of the
A ferryman.
for the river Styx, but in this case for the
It's called Skullport, so
yeah.
what have I heard anything useful about Skullport in my maritime travels?
Make me a history check at advantage. You have heard mentions of Skullport. It's usually referenced kind of as a myth or a legendary place. Not many of the sailors had ever been to it or seen it, but it was supposedly hidden somewhere around Waterdeep and was a haven for pirates and scoundrels, and a place where all sorts of different merriment and illicit activities. Think of it sort of as a Tortuga.
Spinning.
What did you say? I missed that.
I said sinning.
More or less.
Well, good thing Ari's about as close to an agnostic paladin as you can get.
Yeah, he doesn't speak at all.
Yeah, I think it's his job to get us down the river.
Either that or to kill us, yeah.
And you can see a bit of shore on the other side as well. And actually Elias should be able to see a little bit more than that. But there does seem to be some sort of chamber on the other, directly opposite side.
So, mate, do we get in your boat, or you waiting for somebody else?
He holds a hand out and extends it down to the boat.
I think he's waiting for you. And me and us.
Yeah, I'll buy. Let's get in the boat.
That was quick.
It looks like there's about enough space for 7, so can
So we
just
could get
just barely fit you all.
I feel like Boblin could sit on somebody's lap if he needed to. And see, Boblin's so much less degrading of a name than Bootlick, considering apparently his job was to lick boots.
And be a footstool after he was done licking boots.
Yeah,
And
or a
yeah,
garbage can.
yeah. Well, Valcrie will wave over to everybody to have them start walking forward.
Yep, let's do it.
All right, you all
What's
are
the
lowering
worst
into
that
the
could
boat.
happen?
Hey, are there any underground fish around?
What's the range of your amulet?
It's pretty far. It's like, let me see. I will find it in one moment. 120 feet. I'd be able to comfortably cross like a nice subsection of the river.
Yeah, within 120 feet, I'd say that you can probably pick up some kind of senses of sentience of some fish swimming through the river.
Do the fish know if the skeleton tries to kill people?
That's a question.
Well, that's a question you can ask fish when you can speak to fish.
I'm not saying it's
That's
a bad
solid
idea.
bit, dude.
Yeah.
Well, he's talking
I mean,
to his fish friends.
So here's the thing, right? If they kill them and dump the bodies or some shit, right? Like, what do you think the fish do with them? Like, they'd know.
They would know.
Yeah. They would probably be the most trustworthy source of if the skeleton is good or evil. Or, at least to us. If it will
So
Have
you,
like
betray
moral
us.
judgments, but they definitely have like, some factual insight, maybe.
Yeah.
yeah, you try and express this as best you can to fish and kind of translate it through. It's very odd speaking to an animal in this way, and you just get back this very quick, almost aggressive, rapid response. Just skeletons, bones, lots of them, underwater, everywhere, underwater, underwater, food, 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 death, death, blood, blood, skeleton, food, moving, 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 follow, follow.
Well, I don't really know what to make of that, but neat.
All I gather here is that fish and undergrads have the same capacity for discussing information.
I feel like that's wholly disrespectful to the fish.
Oh my goodness. Alright, in that case, do we still trust the skill, bro?
I mean, we could always
Well,
smite him and then take his boat.
Factually, we have no proof that it's him killing people. We just know there are dead things, right?
He is among them, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Bootlick, have you ever seen this thing before?
Nope. It looks kind of creepy.
He is kind of creepy.
Would you get on the boat?
Zarn also kind of looks. It's like, are we really gonna trust that thing?
Actually,
I think Freya says don't trust it.
I'm a fucking magician. Give me a second.
Bootlick is like, I guess I'll follow you guys where you can. It doesn't
Wait a
seem
minute.
quite as scary as all the drow and spiders, so I guess you guys can take them.
Is this going to yield good or bad results for us if we get on the fucking boat?
Well, that's a good point.
I
Good point,
forgot
bro.
I'm a fucking magician.
Alright, so as you all are kind of discussing, Elias just kind of sits down in the sand and begins like drawing circles and patterns into the sand as his eyes kind of get this misty haze about them, and you all like look and are like, okay, this is a bit odd. And Specific. Yeah, I think this would come back as you kind of see the sand slowly shift, and you speak. Is it giant? Is that right?
I do.
Okay, so you
that
see
is my big thing.
you see the runic, a giant rune, not rune in giant. Just trying to say that in a
Runic
way.
giant.
Yes.
A rune in the language of giants. For wheel.
All right, we're getting on the boat, boys and girls. Let's do it.
Okay.
The
LGBT, let's get this bread.
exactly the runes have spoken, and the boat is the path.
Alrighty.
The runes have spoken.
I mean,
The magic
I'm gonna be
conch.
I'm gonna be honest. Ari is just not that scared of one skeleton.
You should be.
So yeah, we'll hop on the boat. Let's do it.
How do they do against radiant and bludgeoning damage?
Poorly.
Only one way to find out. All right. Is everybody getting on the boat?
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Actually, he's not gonna sit next to it. He'll let Ari sit next to it. As you
Goblin's
all
too afraid.
climb onto this ship or this boat, and the skeleton still stands at the back and kind of motions one hand upriver and then motions another hand downriver.
Bootlick down, you said?
If you guys are trying to get to Skullport or to the hold of the Legion,
Well, where's home?
the hold of the Legion is to it's to the north, but we gotta go south to get to the north, I think.
All right.
So start
South it
south.
is.
Okay. Points to south.
And as
Say
you-
something nice. Say something thank you. Like, be nice
Okay.
to our skeleton friend.
She will say thank you in Infernal. And I'm sure it sounds very pretty.
As you give the thank you, there is a nod from him as the boat does begin to shift around backwards.
Oh dear.
Oh, we're
That's
all
a
upside
view.
down.
Oh, that was lit.
That was
Oh,
a
the boat's
view.
moving.
He's
This is
rowing
fucking
the
dope.
boat.
Yeah, I like how the
Row,
models kind of
row
lag
your
it
boat.
just a little bit.
Yeah, so it
I love
goes.
it.
All right, and you do see the passage that you do step by. There is a chamber, but the river continues down further.
Heck yeah, it does.
And I will
Oh, yes.
copy this down. And as he
We're
goes
zooming.
past this, he looks to you to indicate if he should continue or stop.
Damn, this is a great taxi.
I think we keep going, right? That this will take us to Skullport and to the hold, like on the river.
I think so.
Perfect. Then yeah, let's keep going.
All right. Let me add that in.
We'll let Valcrie continue to be the communicator with the skeleton taxi, though.
Sure.
Do we have any indication how one pays for a skeletal taxi, like a skeletal ferryman? Do we have the right currency for this? Anybody have any clue?
They usually take copper coins, right? That's what the old legends say.
That's what I
Or
thought.
maybe a good old blood sacrifice.
No, that's
Hold
why
up.
pennies were made of copper.
Ah. Neato burrito.
I mean, I think copper was just generally like the least valuable coin metal.
I
don't know.
thought it was kind of difficult to mine copper, but it helped deal with the superstitions of the peasants. So the cheap coin of the Romans was copper. So all of the different tribes would utilize Roman coin.
Mm, I mean, it was a Greek legend before
Before the
before
Romans took over
thing,
it.
but yeah. But I mean, their paganism was very closely related. But
Yeah.
but no, I think I would have to read more to know exactly what the order of chicken egg coinage was in the superstition. I couldn't tell you with any certainty.
Hey, I'm willing to take a gander that it might work the same and copper coins might pay the ferryman.
So like my theory here with like D&D in general, right, is that like just as we have like things that we're like, oh, I recognize that, like folklore, like our characters live in a world that has to have folklore, and probably more and wilder folklore if magic is real. So, these kinds of things would probably still make literary allusion sense to them.
That's what we're hoping for.
Excuse me, what the fuck?
As you all are moving down the river, you get to the next sand and rock bar, and the skeletal ferryman begins to slow once again asking to stop or to continue. And as you look out over the rocky shore, you do see about 3 different spectral figures combing their way through the rock and sand, and you can hear them murmuring and talking amongst themselves and kind of shouting back and forth.
The fish didn't warn me about this. Damn fish. Useless.
Valcrie, do you think it would be possible to let him know that Skullport is our intended destination? If he could take us to that, because we don't know the route, we don't know which way to be going.
Did you want to stop at the hold first or go straight to Skullport?
Which one's closer?
The hold, I think, comes up first. Skullport is a couple miles or so
Perfect.
down the river.
Then that's how we'll do it. I thought you said it was north and we had to go around first. I misunderstood you.
It's to the north, but there's a passage about it should just be up around the bend here on the right, not too far away.
All right. Would you like us to accompany you, or do you think you could make it the last path yourself?
Once we get to the goblinoids, I could probably make it. I don't know how many drow there are, though.
I think we should escort him, because I don't like the probably make it. That makes me feel bad.
Fair enough. I also don't want to lose the taxi.
Right, and as you...
Well, we just need at least one to stay on.
As you do indicate, he does continue to paddle forward, and while the spectral figures look in your direction, they don't seem to move or respond in any way. And you will continue up the river. The river kind of carrying you forward makes for a pretty easy and quick journey.
We love quick and easy.
Let's see. We'll give you the next little portion here. Alrighty. And as you continue to sail up further...
Is that what he meant?
Yes, eventually Bootlick does kind of point over to the side. Yeah, right over there is where we went originally, I think. That's where some of the drow kind of caught up to us, and that's where I got captured while we were trying to make it to a further chamber.
All right, let's stop there. Does anybody wish to wait with the ferryman, or would you rather try and communicate that we will be back?
Can do either.
And while you are explaining, ask what we owe, what the fare is.
And as you kind of begin to call out, suddenly there is a rain of bolts that begin to fire out from the sides of this cavern. A few of them crashing off of the armor of Elias, but one of them actually sticking in to Valcrie.
Hey now.
It's not ideal.
And I would like for
Oh,
everybody to roll me some
optimal.
initiative.
Okay, that's a really tiny boat, though. Hold on. Oh, that's the wrong direction.
Oh, why is my music not playing?
Fuck, I can't see
F in chat
anything.
for Rhythm Bot.
Meow,
Miss Rhythm.
meow.
There we go.
I can't touch my token. Guys, I'm having trouble touching myself.
Oh,
Sammy, you're at
fuck.
advantage.
I believe
That's
in
actually
you.
a good. That's basically almost a net 20. Good job. I don't wanna. I know, Freya. I know. I gotta beat up bad guys, then we'll go potty. I mean, she's been asking me, but then there keeps being stuff to do, so she can wait a little longer.
I like being a human where I can potty and fight bad guys at the same time.
I mean, same, but
A wireless
You know.
headset is so very convenient.
oh, Freya, please don't
Ow!
like
Fuck my toes!
that.
Ow!
I'm sorry, it's not funny. Oh gosh. Freya, please don't lick that. I just got my allergy shot there. And TBH, I might be allergic to you, but I love you, so it doesn't matter.
It matters a little bit.
Not really. It just makes me sniffly. It's not like I have a bad reaction. So basically, when she suffocates me because she throws her body on my face, I get sniffly and I'm suffocating. You know. As it happens.
That would be absurd being allergic to your roommate.
All right, so Valcrie, you're
Totally
going to
worth
take
it.
you're going to take 10 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution save from you.
Okay, well, I'm
First
letting
up.
you know now. I still had 3 temp hit points, so suck my D.
That doesn't go away with the long rest, right? Or with short rest?
It was a short rest.
I'm asking because I don't remember the ruling on that. Joe?
Yeah,
long-
it's only long rest.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, temp only leaves when you long rest.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
And it was a short, so I
And
still had...
so con save.
No! You're gonna kill me.
All
My
right.
picture was a foreboding.
You all watch as this bolt hits Valcrie and she goes unconscious. Just kind of
Okay,
slumps
good luck
down into
talking
the
to
boat.
Skull yourself.
Wait. She gets a +5.
Oh,
Or
she does
plus
get a
4.
+5.
She gets +4.
So you're
Plus
not
4, sorry, 4.
unconscious, you're just poisoned.
Hell yeah.
Oh, thanks.
That's right. None of that.
Good
None
catch.
of that weak shitting. None of that weak shit in my boat.
Good catch.
We are constituted here.
Speak for yourself. I got a +1.
Okay.
No,
and
you
then
have a +5 right now.
Technically, you're reconstituted at the moment.
Yeah, which is not
Okay.
normal constituted.
And then this one will be on Zella. Zella, you'll also take 10 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
With a +4, Sammy.
Yeah, with +4. And that is enough. So just the 10 points of piercing damage for you. And Joe, is your HP right? Or is there something wigging out with it? I have 56 out of 46.
It should be 56 out of 56.
Okay. I don't know why that's there then. There we go. I got
blame
you.
him.
Wait, why does it still look weird?
It looks right on my end.
Let me see real fast.
Nah, my sheet says current HP 56, temp HP 12, hit point maximum 56.
Oh, that's why. That's really weird.
Did I fuck something up?
No, your sheet is changed for some reason. Okay, well, I got it fixed now. Weird. Okay, and then let's go to combat large. Perfect.
Combat large. Let's go. That's us.
And then it will be their turn again at the start. And so they're going to take another shot. This time we'll also do Zella as well.
Not throwing away my Shot. Not throwing
Save,
away
and that will
my
hit.
shot.
All right, Zell, you will take another 5 points of piercing damage, and I need another Constitution saving throw. All right, and with the +4, that still succeeds. And it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to fire back at the guy that hit me, who I think was probably this guy based
Yep,
on
that
context.
that guy
But he
ducked
ran
around the
away.
corner. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, on second thought,
Or actually, girl, but it doesn't matter.
I will try and hit this guy up here, the red
All right, go for it.
one. Alright.
4 shots.
3.
2 with attack. 1 with bonus action.
Yeah, new
1
level.
for the first turn of the game.
I don't like this automatic rolls damage anymore. It takes the satisfaction of like
I
clicking
think
roll
that's
damage
just a
out.
setting in your sheet, so you can probably go in and
What?
change that.
I will
I
find
think.
it. It makes me mad.
But yes, with a rain of bullets across this individual, or bolts, he is just filled up like a pen cushion and just falls over, slumped to the side.
You also get to add a d8.
Yeah, I gotta roll the d8 just for
Oh.
kicks. He's very dead, but just for kicks, why not? What are we? Whew. Goodness, what is that? 20, 30, 38
He's
points of
even-
damage.
It's even deader.
he's very deader. And Valcrie, that'll bring us to you.
I'm gonna make those sick motherfuckers pay. Hold on. Let's see. That could fit real nicely. Cause that fucking hurt. I'm assuming it was one of the green bitches that hurt me.
It was.
Oh, look at me go. Yeah, you know what? I think they need some slurping in their life, so they get some hunger Hadar. Cause fuck them. And
Okay.
so, let's see, where does that need to go? I want to basically engulf their entire beach area here, and then keep them all in darkness in this little circle. Yeah, basically whatever part of the beach we can see, I'm just covering that. So they have to come to the water, basically, is my point.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in golf and in golf. Putt, bitch.
And that is 20 feet.
20 foot in in radius. Yep. So basically 40 diameter. It's a big boy.
Perfect.
And let's see. What's gonna make them spooked first? They're all gonna get the 2d6. I'm ready.
Alright, and so they will get, on the start of their turn and end of their turn, different effects. And so I will talk to
Correct.
But there is
A
darkness.
cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises. Let's
That's
hear
what I'm
this
saying.
shit.
Yeah, they get some slurping. That's what I was saying.
Someone give us sound effects.
Yeah, that's gross.
Alright, Ari, it is your turn.
I don't have Eldritch Blast yet, so I think I'm just gonna don't have a lot of good agency here. I don't know if I like stand on the edge of the boat. Can I like give him half cover or something?
Give who half cover?
Well, I don't know.
Us.
Someone behind me. Yeah,
You can probably
anyone,
give
really.
like one person. Yeah, sure.
Sure. Yeah, I'll give Zella half cover and hold my action to whack something if it comes in range.
Or you could dodge.
Yeah, I could.
That's what I
But
am
if I'm-
perpetually doing when
Well,
I'm in the boat.
So yes, but I don't feel like it makes sense that I can dodge and give someone cover. Maybe I can, but mechanically that confuses me.
Yeah, I would tend to agree.
You want more?
Alrighty, so
Is there
you're
anything
kind
else
of
I can get from you,
blocking
dear?
up, and at this point, they will begin. He will paddle it in to where the shore hits. And at this, I need, what is that, 2d6? Yes, please roll me 2d6 cold damage. Alright.
That's hot.
That's not shabby. I'll
That
take
is
it.
pretty hot.
Actually, it's pretty cold, but
It
you
is
know.
pretty cold. What are they gonna do? They don't really know what to do. Yeah, they're just gonna. Yeah. Alright.
Fucking die.
That's gonna be
So
fun.
they're gonna get all like, spooky. You should like let me hear their horde screams, please.
Yeah, there are some horrid screams, and they're like, "Oh, what the hell is this?" Ah! And begin to run.
That's right, motherfucker.
Let's hear more slurping noises. Yeah.
Oh,
This
My
is why
spell,
I
my
play
noise.
D&D,
I
ladies
get
and
it.
gentlemen.
I get it.
oh my gosh. All right.
My spell, my noise. It's fine.
And then we've got a hand crossbow from Zarn, who gets a natural 20.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Is he
Get
just?
I love her.
nerds.
Oh.
And I think, yeah, they need this guy needs to make a Constitution save.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go.
Guys,
Which he gets a natural
that
one
one.
on.
Let's go, Zarn!
He just falls
Yes!
unconscious as you see him kind of twitch with the poison and falls down unmoving. And you guys have no current enemies that you can see. Santa, what are you doing?
We're still in combat per se. Like we're still
Per
in.
se, but you can't
Per
see
se.
any enemies that are functioning.
So doesn't that just mean you can attack at
That
disadvantage
means we
into
double
the
tap him, right? Or
ominous
his
darkness?
merciful-
Yeah, you can attack at disadvantage through the darkness, or you can hit the person who is unconscious on the ground if you want.
Question, Austin, real quick.
Yeah.
Did their turn technically end? Does that mean they take their other damage?
They are not in the darkness anymore.
Ah, those motherfuckers. Okay.
They ran
as-
away from that as fast as
Yeah,
they
they
could.
better. They better. Okay.
Okay, so I missed what happened with the darkness people. I was finding my penguin slippers. I apologize.
The darkness people screamed, and nothing else
I'll allow
happened.
it.
Did they make the darkness, or did we make the darkness?
Valcrie did.
Okay.
Long story short, bitches shot me, and I got poisoned, and I didn't like that, so I gave them slurping noises.
Okay. That now I'm. All right. Don't really have. Oop. Ignore that. I didn't mean to click it. Sorry.
It is not okay.
Not allowed.
Actually, screw it. We'll do that on the down guy.
Alright,
It is
sure.
okay.
He automatically fails the dexterity save because he is unconscious. And I think it's an initial roll to hit, so roll your spell attack bonus. But I don't think it really matters. Just for flavor. So it should be your wisdom plus your proficiency plus d20. Alright, roll me another
More
d10.
D10s.
Oh, what?
Roll me another d10.
Oh.
And you know what? Just for the heck of it, roll more 2d6 more. Yeah, so this knife goes straight into the neck of this unconscious drow and just explodes in ice shrapnel, taking his head nearly off. And he is very dead.
Very dead.
Very dead.
That is the perfect amount of dead for a drow.
And Bootlick hops off and goes over and begins to pick up one of their... No, he has a knife on him. He begins to stab their bodies.
All right, I like him.
Damn, who looks pissed?
He does not like the drow. Elias.
Are you sure we can't keep him?
I wanted to adopt Boblin for a reason. I knew what I was doing.
Well, here, persuade him before he leaves us.
I will jump off to what else do we see here? Are there more drow around?
Currently, you know that there were at least 2 within the darkness, but you can't see them. Oh, I can actually show. You can see further up this now. With your vision, you can see like all of this at least. But
I'd
up the
also like
passage, there doesn't
note-
seem to be any more enemies.
Okay.
I'd also like to note that at request, I could dispel it at any time, right? So, like, if people want me to dispel it, I can.
Yep, that is a free action.
Okay.
I think I will
So,
take my action
words.
to dodge in case more bolts come to me. And, yeah, you guys can dispatch them at range. We'll pay our ferryman and then we'll head on our way, I guess. So yeah, once they're dead, we can have that exchange, see if he understands weight. And yeah, but in the meantime, I'm dodging. I don't want to get hit.
All right, and Valcrie, you go ahead and roll me 2d6.
Okay, cool. So, almost had a very catastrophic incident. Hold on. 2d6. Dope. Could be
Alright.
worse.
And there
I'll
are
take
a
half.
few bolts that fire out of the darkness, but nowhere near hitting any of you.
Do they also scream? They should scream.
There's not much of a scream from this one, actually.
Ah, what a bitch.
Zella, it is your turn.
Could I try to shoot back into the darkness, aiming at where the bolts exited from?
Sure. Give me an attack at disadvantage.
disadvantage?
Yep.
3 attacks. Up,
Ooh.
up, up.
You hear a from inside the darkness.
Oh, your second one, Simmy.
What? What?
So the ones that hit.
Oh
They
yeah,
can't see you.
roll a
Your
d8
sneak attack.
and your sneak attack. Yeah, that's true.
The D8 is only for the first shot of combat. I'll
Yeah.
do it.
Oh,
That's just adding
Second.
a D6.
oh, you're right. I remember now. All right. You hit something.
I'll take it.
All right. Are you gonna move at all?
Yeah, I'll hop out of the boat on this side just in case they try and retaliate at me.
All right. And as Bootlick, Elias, and now Zella do exit the boat, you see as the skeleton does kind of hold a skeletal hand in your direction. And Valkyrie, it is your turn.
If I take time to figure out what he wants, like how payment works. Hold on, do I have any copper on me? I don't know. Cause I might just try to give him money first. I do. I have 3 copper. That sounds like a ripoff. Could I give him 3 copper and then get off with my movement? Dispel my spell and do another spell? Is that too much shit going on?
No, You can definitely do that.
Okay. Cause yeah, so I'll give him the 3 copper I have,
Okay.
just to see if that appeases him. But I'm gonna start getting off, cause there's still people. Oh fuck, I'm still on the other thing. So I'm gonna step to here, dispel my Hadar so I see who we're fighting. And we're fighting little black things, I guess. Those guys. Okay, I still see him. Yeah. So is that a humanoid, you'd say?
Yes, it is humanoid. It is a drow.
I want to Crown of Madness him. That sounds fun.
Ooh. Alright, what is that? Wisdom save?
So 120 feet, a wisdom save, or be charmed for the duration. She's really charming.
Alright,
Yes.
you do see as a twisted crown of jagged iron does appear on this drow's head, and there's a slight glow in its eyes.
Okay. Control that sound. You choose. Target connect normally. Dope. Okay. So I guess on its turn, let me know, because if it's under my control, it attacks what I want it to.
Yep.
So. Okay.
Alright. And as you put the coins in the skeleton's hand, it did kind of close around them and shift them to the other hand before keeping one hand out extended, this time in Bootlick's direction.
Well, there you go.
And...
I think he needs some more copper.
Alright.
Do we have copper in the party treasure?
I don't know, you'll have to look. Ari, it's your turn.
Yes, we do.
Aha! I will jump out of the boat and, seeing no enemies to deal with, will take my position in the front line and hold my action to whack.
Alrighty. And it's now this one's turn, and he's going to come up to the edge and see Xana and then take first he's going to draw his short sword. There's no one in range, so he will regain his turn, move forward, and take his attack on Xana, but that does not hit, and so he will duck back around the corner out of sight.
So wait.
Zarn is going to hop off. And
I get to choose a target unless it didn't work.
It
does it have a
did
crown
work,
if it
but it
didn't
says down at the bottom, the target can act
subsequent
normally on its turns if you choose no creature or if none are within its reach. So none were within its reach.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, he fucked up, so it's fine.
And Xana, it is now your turn.
Oh, well, I can't see the dude. And that one's dead. So are we getting off the boat, done with it?
Everybody else has.
Copper.
Elias is rifling through his pockets and is pulling out pieces of copper. He just hadn't got to there yet.
Okay, because I know somebody had said that we had to keep a person on it or else he leaves, kind of deal. So.
We don't know how this works.
Oh.
Yeah.
We
just
are
work
purely
here.
guessing.
Badoop. All right.
I mean, we could try symboling, like, stay. For more money.
Talking to his head.
It's not my turn.
Alright. And are you taking any action or are you just stepping off, Xana?
I'm just gonna hop off.
Alrighty. And Bootlick will continue stabbing the bodies for now, but slowly begins to stand up. And Elias, you're giving him 5 copper pieces?
Yep.
Alright, as you do, he closes his hand around the copper and then stands back up at the boat with the oar at his side. Unmoving.
So that
Cool.
was 7 of us. We gave him 8 copper. So that seems like the right amount. It was
Yeah.
a copper a person and then a bonus.
I gave him a tip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I guess you
Okay,
gave
so
him a
I
tip.
think we did that right.
Cool.
Is there any sort of folklore or story we can recall to make sure we're not about to fuck up?
Roll me a history check at disadvantage.
Would my helping keep it at disadvantage? Because I
Yeah.
tried it. Oh, okay.
You can't
you
really
know, I
help much
tried.
on this one.
Can
I
I guide
try.
myself too? Is that reasonable?
Actually, you know what? In this case, I'll actually let it go to flat with Valcrie helping. You actually would probably be
Dope.
the best person to know about this.
Nice.
And yeah, you can guide yourself if you want.
I believe in you, Elias.
So 17, 21. Yeah, on your own, you're kind of like, I feel like I've heard something about like coins and ferrymen, and Valcrie, you know that there's nothing about copper in specific, but you know that there is, for the river Styx, there is that kind of splits the nine hells in the abyss. There
Yeah.
is a boatman, and to gain passage, you have to give him soul coins. So maybe coins in general are just seem to do the trick. It seems like whatever happened seemed to work.
Yeah, it might be to our advantage to give him copper. Seems like he kind of just wants coins.
I'm just making sure we don't like curse ourselves or some shit from this interaction. That if we think we've done this right, I'm good to move on.
From
I
what
have
you
no
know,
reason to
you-
think we have
yeah.
cursed.
All right.
We are the best.
Can you into his mind tell him if he waits here, we will be back, but we understand if he has work to do.
Is this considered still in the rotation, Austin, or do I need to wait for my turn for that?
I mean, your turn is next. I'll let you do it.
Oh, dope. Yeah. She will speak infernal in his mind and say, "We intend to use your services again. We will be right back. Don't move."
All right. Then let's.
There's a
set
slight
up.
nod from the skeleton. All right, and are
I think
you all?
he gets it.
Yeah, we'll head up to this goblin's keep, and we'll bring him home.
Alrighty.
Also, as a side note, I've been watching Halloween Town, the Disney Channel original movies, and they have a cab driver named Benny who is literally just a skeleton, and I'm definitely getting vibes. That is all.
You know, that's not
That is
not
all.
wrong.
I know. He's still driving us places, just in his little boat. He's still skelly.
Why? What the heck?
Do-do-do-do.
Why is this? I hate this new bot, man.
Do-do-do-do. Elmo's World.
It's so obnoxious.
Throwback.
Okay.
Sorry, my head's in all
Yes.
kinds of weird places for some reason.
All right. As you all
flat.
do make your way up the tunnel, we are out of combat, so I'll go ahead and remove that. And the boatman
Yep.
does not seem to leave, but you do all kind of make your way up this tunnel.
Yep, we'll assume a reasonable formation, but we might want to put Bootlick towards the front so he's immediately noticed.
No problem.
So if Bootlick wants to trade places with me, I'll stay right behind him. But he can lead with Ari. That way, when the goblins see us, they also see Bootlick, and it's not like we're like weird trespassers.
I mean, every time I try to make peace with goblinoids, it works great.
We got this, bro. Third time's a charm. We're on like try 8 but disregard. All right, yeah, we'll try and we'll take him back home.
Well, to be honest, I don't know much further from here. This was the point where I got captured and put into captivity, so I know it's somewhere up north from here. It's the other half of the city.
It's all right, bud. You're doing your best.
Thank you, Mr. Sir.
Aw.
So yeah, let's head up that way. My map is lagging too bad to be the one to actually keep moving my dude.
Okay, well, there is a kind of left path that keeps going, and then it branches off to the right in 2 or 3 different areas.
Does he have any clue?
No.
Yeah,
This
we
is
need
where his
Goblin
knowledge
to.
ends.
All right, then let's go north because he thinks it's north, as opposed to splitting off.
Alright. So continuing on to the northern passage. Like such. And eventually it does kind of curve east slightly. And Valcrie, eventually you feel your spell fade. And let me reveal the next section here. You guys have that. And looking down that passage. And this one continues curving up a little bit eastern before it curves back to the north. And then finally, oh goodness. Oops. Finally curves back into a spot where you see some blue tile and some stone walls as you reach a T intersection of sorts. And that should be coming through for you guys in just a second.
Stonewall Jackson.
Yeah, so as you guys have slowly made your way up this passage, you've reached this T intersection up here.
All right, everybody. Let's take a vote. Which direction are we thinking? Left, right, or center?
Don't all vote
Do
at
any
once.
of these? Do any of these
One moment.
passages?
We are
smell
going
or-
right according to the dice.
All right. To the right we go.
Alright.
All of a sudden, my map seems to work again. I don't know why, so I can move from here. Maybe.
As you begin to make your way
Magic.
to the right, you do see a large stone door.
Oh.
Hey, I know
Any
what to do with doors.
Any of this look even slightly familiar, Bootlick?
Not really.
All right. Is the door locked?
The door does appear to be locked. The passage
We should
does
knock.
continue on past.
Would you like to try your hand at door unlocking again? Maybe with some guidance?
I'd like some extra practice, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright.
Any tips?
Roll the d4 first.
Oh, I still have that turned on.
It's alright, it would be at advantage, so it's actually a 28,
Ooh.
since
Nice.
he's helping you.
Hell yeah.
Do you still want me to roll the?
Of course.
All right.
Try and hit that 30.
Woo!
Alright, and yes, very easily with the guidance of Elias. And Elias, you actually do have quite an expertise for this. This looks like a very old, looks to be dwarven door. Similar to some of the ones you've passed before, and so you're able to walk her through, and she's easily able to get it within a few seconds. She's a natural. You opening up the door?
I'm just unlocking and stepping back.
Yeah, we'll get everybody in door opening formation. The people who shoot things stand behind us. The people who open the door. Everybody else stands aside, and let's do it!
Alright. As you open this door in the middle of the hallway, crushed beneath a large 4-foot square block of stone, is... well, you can see that 2 gangly green legs are sticking out. On the far end, there is a large stone door that on either side has relief carvings of dwarves whose faces and beards have been kind of chipped away.
Weird.
Sus.
How long have those legs been there? Is this a fresh splat, or is this a ripe splat?
If you want to get closer and make a medicine check, you can.
Admiral
But our-
Akbar, how do you feel about going into the room with the squished person?
Does anybody want to look up first? I would like to look up at least.
Yeah.
Is there any more splat-looking things up there?
Make me a perception check. So, taking a look at the ceiling, you definitely can see where at least one of these mechanisms had been. You see the remnants of kind of a mechanical spring latch and an empty spot where the stone originally had set before it disappears into the wall. But you don't see anything else? Nothing else jumps out at you?
Alright,
Not really worried about jumping out, more of falling upon.
Valcrie, would you like some guidance and investigate, and we'll see if we can find any mechanisms that spring these things? To the best that I can see, I see that's how it works. I have no idea how it works on the ground. I'll guide my investigator though, and that's I think the best we can do.
So I don't know where we are. Hold on. Where did we go?
You are
We
two
moved a
steps
lot.
behind me, and I think you have to be like 2 steps in front of me to actually investigate effectively.
Okay.
I
So there's
can
Chloe
help
said.
you. I can guide you. That's about the best I can do. So
Okay.
All right.
let's
So I
figure
was
out how
like-
to spring this without springing it.
Valkyrie, you'll roll a check, investigation flat, with a d4.
Okay, flat investigation. Nope. Sorry, y'all. I
Oh
don't
no!
think this 1d4 is gonna do jack shit for us.
Can
Two
I
natties!
preemptively pull her out of the way?
2 natty ones. Oh no.
Please live.
I had a bad feeling about this.
I'm sorry. Please
Valkyrie,
live.
you kind of go to walk in, and you just kind of trip on the doorframe and stumble forward and slam down into the stone, and you will take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. But you look around and
thank
you don't
fuck.
think you've triggered anything.
Am I still poisoned?
You are still poisoned.
How do we clear poison?
I mean, I could do that, but then I would have but 1 point of lay on hands left.
How many points does it cost to clear poison?
5.
Spicy. Did you not get them back on the short rest?
That's
When
not
did
how
we
lay
short
on hands
rest?
works.
Oh,
Oh, tragic.
that one.
What did we short rest?
Hashtag short rest.
We already did that.
Maybe we
Saying.
like napping.
I do love naps. That's IRL.
Alright. So,
So she might casually
we
cough up some
fucked up
blood.
the investigation as best as we could and didn't die. I imagine it's safe to move in.
Unless it's a delayed reaction.
Unless it's right there.
Or it's a weight thing. You never know. I think it's fine. She
Alright.
would have said that, so sorry.
So yeah, is the next door unlocked?
You don't know. You can go try.
I'm calling to the person in the room. Is the next door unlocked?
What door?
There's
The
another
door
door
right in
right
front of
behind
you.
us. Or yeah. Right there.
Ty. We might lose a tiefling.
Please don't.
I
Please don't
mean,
be
do you,
lost.
I can't tell if the door is open. It looks like it's a shut door. Doesn't
No,
mean it's
is it locked? Is the question.
Yeah, it's definitely shut. You can see the large stone door with like these carvings of dwarves on it.
I guess she'll walk forward. Because Nat 1 tells me she would be blissfully unaware that she fucked up. If there is something to fuck up. So she's just gonna walk on forward.
And this stone takes up a good, like, most of the central portion of the pass. You kind of have to climb up and over it to get to the door.
That's what I was thinking.
Alright, so you step
Can't
forward.
go around it, gotta go over it.
Step forward and climb up over the stone and drop down, and you kind of press on the door. There's not really any handle. There's certainly no locking mechanism, but you don't seem to be able to get it open. Maybe it's closed from the other side?
I don't know. I think it opens from the other way. Shrug.
So it was intricate, carved. It was locked from this side, and it's locked from that side, and its only purpose is to drop rocks on people. There's got to be a secret compartment in here, or something useful. So,
I can try again with help, or I can try and help somebody else. I don't know if I can be much help. Nat 1 seems like it would screw it up, but...
check the walls, see if there's anything cool in the walls that is valuable.
Yeah, you can roll
I
another
checked.
investigation check at a disadvantage, Valcrie.
Yay. I'm gonna touch everything. For an 11.
You look over the walls as best you can, inspect the ceiling. You don't see any, like, hidden hideaways. You don't see any, like, small little stashes. Not even any, like, trap areas where, like, arrows would shoot out. It seems to be smooth wall all the way across.
I don't
Alright,
think
alright.
there's anything, but someone else is welcome to double check.
I already used my examination. I was the first roll in here. So unless
Well,
I'm
I mean,
allowed
like
to do
Zella.
anything again.
Zella can investigate, can't she?
Yeah! Zella, do you want to see
look
how
at this.
old the goblin legs are? If this was...
I am no expert on goblins, but I suppose I can take a look. Maybe. It doesn't let me move into this room, but I will go
Oh,
investigate.
that's probably because I still have the dynamic loading on. There we go. It's interesting how Valcrie was able to get it.
Oh, am I allowed
Well,
to guide?
someone else moved me. I think
Like
you
a
moved me.
new looker?
Yeah, sure.
Is she allowed? Yep. Have a D4, Sammy.
All right. Looking at the legs. It's not investigation. It's medicine for this. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh.
I can medicine.
That might be a better choice.
Yeah, I'll guide you to look at goblin legs.
Maybe.
Hey. I'll even let you keep the D4 of the 3. So yeah, looking at this, you begin to kind of inspect it closely, giving it a once over, and it does seem to be pretty old. You can't tell exactly when, but it's probably a good, on the basis of like months.
Okay.
That's promising. Alright, you're a strong lad. Do you want to have some help and see if we can get that door open from the other side? I know it's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but we can go push against it, see what happens.
Sure, why not?
Alright, let's do it.
All right.
Well, here, I'm gonna get out of y'all way.
And if one of you wants to roll me an athletics check at advantage.
I do.
And take some guidance, of course. Really milking this cantrip for all it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Not worth a lot.
Hey, it was worth 5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, you both get a good solid shove on this, and it is not budging at all.
How sturdy does this door appear?
Pretty solid.
How flammable does this door look?
It's made of solid stone.
Oh, stone. I misunderstood that. How brittle does this door look?
It, it has pieces that have been chipped off of it. But
What is
they're
the
small pieces.
K1C value of this door?
So if it were
What's the
like, I don't
elasticity
know,
factor?
like say like there was a sonic boom or something, do you think it would crack? Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, it would take a lot to put any sort of dent
Okay.
in this.
I mean,
Since we're talking properties of materials.
it's a stone, probably. Pretty. You know, I feel like you're a human projecting value judgments onto the physical properties of stone. It probably doesn't care that much.
That's fair.
Might be perfectly good for the stone's purposes.
I see. Now I feel bashed.
Alright,
Oh.
so what's the plan?
If we've got
Apologize
3
to
million
the
years, we
stone.
could let water erode it away. No, I think we've got to go around, guys.
Okay.
Yep.
Did we determine if the person was fresh dead or long dead?
Long
Long
dead.
dead.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like months-ish or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What's Footstool been doing with all this? What the fuck was his name? Sorry. God, what's his name?
Lick.
Boblin.
Bootlick.
Boblin. It's gonna happen.
What did you ask?
What's he been doing during all this? Is he just chilling
He's
with
asking
us?
what Boblin's up to.
Yeah, he's just been chilling, waiting, kind of whistling occasionally.
Yeah, Bootlick, this is basically how adventuring goes. We come to something strange, we all take a chance poking at it. It either fights us, gives us money, or we move on.
You're an interesting lot, that's for sure.
Oh, thanks.
Sometimes I wonder why we're doing this too, but I'm down here looking for something specific, so I can't really give up until I've found it.
These tiles are pretty cool. They're very pretty, like the ones we saw before.
They are. This is Dwarven architecture, we think. That all of these ornate carvings. The
What's
old
a-
stone
what's a
masters.
dwarf?
They're kind of a short and squat, hairy.
Chonky.
What's a chonky?
Valcrie
A lot
is,
of use. No, I'm not. Wow. Ooh, actually, hold on, Austin. Can I count that as an attack?
1d4 psychic damage, improvised.
No, that is not an attack, even if it is verbal abuse.
Can I mind sliver him anyway?
If you want to.
I do. It's a cantrip. Let's go.
Give me an intelligence save.
Yeah, Ari.
Get
Oh,
wrecked.
He succeeds.
shit.
It
It
doesn't
doesn't
do
that
anything.
advantage, but you know the
And
order
you
was
get
right.
4 to that. It's a 21.
No, it's baked in
it's,
for
it's
him.
It's baked in for mine because I'm always within 10 feet of me. But for you guys, you know,
I could fix that.
well, but you're not always within 10 feet of me.
All right. Hear me out.
Mhm.
What part of you holds that aura?
What?
The world may never know.
Like,
Well, if you believe the Eastern religions,
Okay,
then
I'm
the
gonna speed
key
this up. We
flows-
don't have time for this. What are you guys doing?
we're not allowed to split Ari into pieces, so we're all carrying his aura.
No.
Sir? No.
You guys
Also,
have
it doesn't
reached.
work if I'm incapacitated.
You guys have reached
Aw.
another intersection. What is the plan?
All right, guys, up or to the right, your choice.
To the right, to the right.
All right, perfect.
All right, and as you begin to go to the right, you hear and see once again the rushing river.
Apparently that was not
To the
the right
left, to
answer.
the
To
left.
the
Alright.
rear.
Take it
All
back
right,
right
we're-
now. Wait,
Yep,
don't we
we're
need to
gonna
go up?
back this way and then up.
Oh, so we need
We're gonna
teal.
try that way for now.
As you begin to head up, you see that it quickly dead ends as the collapsing of the roof has covered this passage entirely.
So what
Is
about
there
the
anything this
other
way?
way?
What else we got?
And as you transition towards the left and begin to head up that passage, that's actually where we're going to call it for tonight, I think. As we're right about on 9 o'clock, and after this, it's going to get to more. So we will pick up back in the caverns of the Sargauth level next week. We'll be back again next week, so 2 back-to-back weeks for everybody. Thank you
Yay.
so much for tuning in, and we will see you then, hopefully. Bye.
This was DM speak for we finally picked the